Once upon a time, chemists believed they could transform lead into gold or death into life. We laugh, but are we not also in the business of alchemy, turning loneliness into connection, pain into comfort, anger into solidarity, faith into action? The subtle magic of church combines love with justice, creates hope out of fear, transforms individuals into community. Here, we engage in a holy alchemy, finding beauty in the ordinary and life in the present. Come, let us be transformed together.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Church of Ogden. My name is Tim, and I'm glad to be your worship leader today. Our service today is special. After over 2 years of shared ministry with Reverend Kristin Famula, our contract with her will end at the end of December. This is our last in-person weekend with her, and so we are gathered to share in our sadness and our gratitude and celebration. We're so glad you're here today in this community that strives to be loving, inclusive, and compassionate. One way to connect with this community is to let us know you're here. If you're a newcomer, welcome. We're so glad you're here. We encourage you to fill out a newcomer card in the pews and put it in the offering basket when it comes by later. And please stay and chat with us after the service. If you're joining us online, please fill out the newcomer card online. If you have been a longtime member of the congregation, we encourage you to wear your name tag. This helps everyone feel more connected and helps our newcomers to get to know you more easily. We love having people of all ages in this community. As you come in, we hope you saw the basket of activities for hands that like to stay busy. This is for all of you of any age. We welcome all the wiggles and sounds of a multi-generational community. And if you haven't already, please put your phones on silent. We're so glad each and every one of you are here today. Welcome. Life, the saying goes, is a journey. And who could argue with that? We've all experienced the surprising turns, the nearly impassable swamp, the meadow of flowers that turned out not to be quite so blissful and benign as we first thought, the crest of the hill where the road smoothed out and sloped toward home. Our job, we say, is to remain faithful to the path before us, which is an assumption as common as it is absurd. Really? Look ahead. What do you see? If there is a path marked out in front of you, it was almost certainly laid down for someone else. The path only unfolds behind us, our steps themselves laying down the road. You can look back and see the signposts, the ones you followed and the ones you missed. But there are no markers for what lies ahead. You can tell the story of how you forded the stream or got lost on the shortcut that wasn't. How you trekked your way to courage or heart, but all of that comes after the fact. There is no road ahead. There is only the walking, the tales we weave of our adventures, and the songs we sing to call our companions on.
The title for today's service came from an exceedingly popular song by Simon and Garfunkel called The Boxer. Do y'all know the song? Lie, 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 lie. In a stanza not included in the published version of the song, but sung for the first time during a live concert, they included an extra verse. Now the years are rolling by me, the verse says. They are rocking easily. I am older than I once was, and younger than I'll be. That's not unusual. No, it isn't strange. After changes upon changes, we are more or less the same. After changes, we are more or less the same. I first heard this added verse in middle school, and I have wondered about this sentiment since then. Are we, after changes upon changes, are we more or less the same? This past year, our community here spent time together remembering our history as we prepared for our UUCO museum, where we displayed artifacts and mementos from our decades-long history. And we spent a lot of time reflecting on the life of this congregation. The hope was that the reminders of our history would also help inform our thinking about who we've been and who we want to be in the future. And as we went through our museum display, we remembered back to the many important moments over the years. We celebrated the beautiful milestones, new ministers, vibrant religious education programs, special partnerships in the community, beautiful music, and we also mourned the harder times. As we reflected together, we noticed patterns in our history. Longtime member Suzanne noticed, for instance, that we seem to bring up new ministers into ministry and then send them out into the world.
That was John.
Another pattern that we found fascinating was that each year we seemed to be asking the same questions. Who are we? Who do we want to be? It seemed as though as soon as we found answers to these questions, we were asking them all over again. Over these decades, we have continuously wondered together about how to best live our values and be Unitarian Universalists in community together. And at first, we wondered about what that meant, that we kept asking the same questions over and over again. We wondered, are we continuously innovating, or are we just simply repeating ourselves? But ultimately, as we zoomed out on our history, we came to understand it differently. Rather than a continuous redefining of ourselves, what was actually revealed is more like an essence, an essential quality of being that is present through our congregation's existence. Unitarian Universalism is a long flow of moving water. It's a river that flows from Unitarian and Universalist roots long before us, ancestors that fed tributaries here in Utah and around the world, and will continue flowing long after we are gone. As our flowing river merges with those new tributaries, new streams, even when it ebbs and flows through drought and flood, it remains. At its essence, this congregation is a deeply caring, values-driven community of people moving through the world with love. After changes upon changes, we are more or less the same. Over these past couple years of shared ministry, we have done a lot together. Behind the scenes, we have cleaned up job descriptions and policies. We've made our worship planning easier and more intentional. We've enhanced our online experience so that most times, hopefully, you can actually hear the music now when you zoom in. Hopefully. We've created and offered newcomer classes. We've welcomed in new members. We've cleaned up our records. Before, we didn't even know who our members were necessarily. We've done a deep dive into our history. We've organized our storage unit. We've enhanced our communication, and we made fidgets for our kids. We became a good trouble congregation again, and we participated in UU the Vote. We participated in all of the Pride activities, including having a table. We were part of the National Environmental Revival that happened through the Unitarian Universalist Association. We sent delegates to the General Assembly and to the Regional Assembly, and we officially voted to adopt the Article 2 changes, which made our beloved principles into a set of guiding values. We have done a lot of good ministry together. And it has been a wild ride experimenting with a remote ministry. It's been a cutting-edge way of doing ministry that we could have scarcely imagined pre-pandemic. And I have said to you many times that I believe this congregation is primed for innovation, but not innovation for the sake of innovation, but innovation because we must morph and change to meet the transforming needs of the world. Many congregations around the country have a more difficult time transforming. But because of your size and your history and your willingness, you are more flexible than others might be. And you can see the need to adapt to a changing religious life. And this helps you face the world and the truth of dwindling church life participation nationally with eyes wide open. And rather than fear, I see you naming the challenges with courage and creativity. In a service last year, I called you spunky. And as we face not just fascism in this country, but a drastically changing world overall, I have seen your spunkiness allow you to make decisions that others might find strange, like hiring a minister from another state, or donating generously to community partners so that we can learn from their leadership rather than thinking we can go it alone. Your courage and commitment is part of that essence of this community. And so after all of our good ministry that we have done together, UUCO is, at its core, the same. And that is a good thing. This community is here for the long haul, and after changes upon changes, we are more or less the same. When hospice chaplains counsel family members on the components of a good goodbye with their loved ones, they often invite you to include 5 elements. I love you. Thank you. I forgive you. Please forgive me. And goodbye. We've included many of these elements as we've closed out our time together over these last months. This weekend, we've been celebrating loving each other. We have been reviewing and reflecting on our ministry together over these 2.5 years, and as part of that, I am sure that we have each imagined how we might have done things differently. And in that process, I invite us to each to offer and receive forgiveness for the ways we might have imagined this shared ministry differently. I forgive you, please forgive me. And that last one, goodbye, I struggle with that one. I can feel myself wanting to extend the time with things like, well, if you're ever passing through Truckee, please call me. We had a board meeting this last week, and at the board meeting, I said, well, you know, because you don't have a new minister coming in yet, you can reach out to me if you need something. But it's actually important to name the closing of a chapter. Without the acknowledgement of the change in relationship, we ignore the importance of whatever feelings come up for each of us, including grief. And it is a gift to acknowledge this ending with grief. In this culture, we often soften the impact of a hard experience by pretending at some level that it isn't happening. The goodbye is important, and we will practice this together. But it's the thank you part that I want to revel in for a little bit today. In May 2023, I met several of you in Albuquerque, New Mexico, where I was finishing a 1-year intern ministry. Some members from this congregation were traveling through Albuquerque and went to church on Sunday. And in a very random and spontaneous way, we were all connected. I love the magic of how life unfolds sometimes. We all have different theologies about what brings us together and how random or not life's events are. And however it happened, we began a shared ministry together. I am so grateful for the way that our lives have interconnected. The serendipitous nature of this encounter leaves me excited about similar opportunities that will undoubtedly follow in the future. Magic continues to make space for unexpected surprises in life, and it happens so often that we can trust that it will happen. And so I want to make space today for each of us to offer similar gratitudes. Tim is going to pass around some paper and pens, and we're going to engage in a gratitude practice together. As you take a piece of paper and a pen, I invite you to think back on these last 2+ years and name on the paper one gratitude that you have. I want to invite you to imagine back over these special moments that we've shared, the special connections that we've had, the surprise times of joy and care. And what is one gratitude that you have? And here's the one invitation that I have for you. We're going to read these out loud, and I invite you to not make this about me. If you are thinking you would make it about me, thank you. But what I invite you to do is name a gratitude from the last couple years, from this congregation and the shared ministry that we've done together. Something that has resulted from our shared ministry together. What is one gratitude that you have? And after you've written on your paper, if you can hold it up in the air, we'll come and collect them from you. One gratitude from the community. Last March, you joined two organizations in co-ordaining me to Unitarian Universalist ministry. During the service of ordination, we told a story about a crocodile. And the story we shared went something like this. There once lived a sweet crocodile who lived in a beautiful home decorated in wallpaper that had been passed down over the generations. The wallpaper had a beautiful moon image on it. And it filled her, this beautiful moon filled the crocodile with joy to look at the wallpaper and be reminded of her ancestors and also of the amazing universe that she was so grateful to be connected to. The problem was, she seemed to be more enamored of the wallpaper image than of the actual moon just outside her doors. When her friends tried to get her to go outside to look at the real deal, she became distraught and hid away in her room, becoming more and more reclusive. In her obsession over her wallpaper, she missed the real world beauty of the moon outside. The impetus for the crocodile and the moon story during my ordination emerged from a real life experience while I was working as a chaplain in a hospital. Some of you might have heard this story. It had been a long day in the hospital, offering care to children with terminal illnesses and sitting vigil with people dying and being present with loved ones as they processed being in a hospital. I was heading out for the night, bringing with me the on-call pager for the overnight shift, and knowing that any calls I received that night would inherently be for emergencies. And I was tired and stressed and feeling like I could never be enough. It was nighttime as I stepped outside of the hospital, and the full moon that night was so bright that it was casting an immensely bright glow on everything. The hospital was held in golden glow, the streets and the houses and the trees and me, all held in a golden, shimmering glow. And I was at once jolted out of my small world of stress and reminded of the absolute beauty of the universe and life. Thank you, moon. And it became a symbol of that reminder that we each need in our lives, that when we zoom out, way, way out, we're left with the essential. All that is beautiful and transient and ever-flowing, long before us and long after. And thank goodness, the moon is always there to remind us. While we are saying goodbye this month, your role in ordaining me into ministry means that our ministries are innately intertwined. And together, may we always be reminded in our ministries of that which is greater than each of the smaller moments of our living. Because after changes upon changes, at our essence, we are more or less the same. So I have brought with me today pieces of moonstone for each of you. Moonstone is a type of feldspar, and as it forms, the minerals separate into layers that allow light to pass through. And if you look closely enough at your piece of moonstone, you'll see opalescent shimmers. Ancient people believed this stone was solidified moonbeams. So I'm going to hold the bowl, and as you come forward to get a piece of moonstone, I hope you let it represent our ministry together and all of the ministry to come. Please come forward.
I couldn't let Kristin get away without saying something. Kristin joined our congregation over 2 years ago for what we planned to be a one-year engagement. While we're not happy it's over, we're grateful and fortunate she's been a part of our congregation for as long as she has. Speaking personally, it's been an honor and a pleasure to work with Kristin these past 2 years. She's been a source of inspiration, help, guidance, humor, kindness, and direction for our congregation through a time when we needed all of it. One of the most meaningful and proud moments I've had as our board president was representing the UUCO at Kristin's ordination in Albuquerque. Thank you, Kristin, from all of us at the UUCO and from me. You will be missed and remembered. We hope you keep in touch. And we wish you the best at whatever your life journey brings and wherever it takes you. Thank you.
For over 2 years, we have journeyed together in ministry, and we will begin our release of covenant with one another with words of gratitude given to you. I'm grateful for this community. It's kept me going and helped me to find meaning. I'm grateful for Jamie Lynn coming to play a role in my life, and for me and for my boys, the very most special people I've ever known. Brent in the choir too, I'm grateful for his steadfast friendship. I'm grateful for others that are willing to serve in my former position, so I know this congregation will continue to be taken care of.
I'm grateful to the congregation for allowing me to be here and gone and always welcoming me back. The new friends I've met, the struggles I've received through a difficult time in my life, the strength I've received through the difficult time in my life. I'm grateful for the pleasure of being on the team formation. Love you. Thank you for being welcoming.
I'm grateful for the leadership you offered and your assistance.
I am grateful that we have learned to let go of our glorious past, a past that can never be replicated, but rather informs us of the possibilities of the future. I feel grateful of the bond with the congregation, as Kristin made it feel so alive, beautiful with such a future of love, light, and truth. I am grateful for the chance to forge stronger connections with other Utah UU congregations.
I'm grateful for weekly Zoom time with Kristin and the group to reflect and refresh through hard political times. I'm also grateful for love and acceptance generally from all in the congregation.
I'm grateful for the opportunity to grow through service to UUCO. Grateful that we were able to hear you give your wonderful sermons. Grateful for the sense of community. And grateful for our museum about our history. It was very special. It reminded me that we do make a difference in our community.
I'm grateful for new friendships and connections, for hearing people's stories, and for sharing of our sorrows and triumphs. I'm grateful for the depth that occurs when we're together. I have gratitude to hearing and feeling the presence of others, of humanity. I have found my tribe, and that makes me happy.
I am grateful for everyone's love. I am grateful to have benefited from the skills and insights of professional ministry through Kristin, and grateful for companionship.
I'm grateful for how welcoming, open, and genuine this congregation has been. I'm grateful for the can-do attitude toward new leaders and new skills. I'm grateful for having a place to gather together.
I am grateful for a feeling of connection. I love the space to reflect and connect with holy spaces.
I'm grateful for such a welcoming community. I'm thankful for a healthy family, having a job in this political and economic climate. Of many possibilities, grateful for quality, the homilies, sermons that have inspired and lifted me. Kristin, as a member of the Board of Trustees and of this congregation, we celebrate and release our covenant with one another. Reverend Kristin and members and friends of UUCO, your response to our ritual of release will be, we release our covenant with one another, and you'll be prompted to say that. We release our covenant with one another. Over these years, you have served in our free pulpit, here in person and on Zoom. We will now accept back the responsibility of worship, and we will use it to speak the truth in love to one another, to continue to find reverence and meaning together.
We release our
Covenant with one another. For several years, you've offered us pastoral care and been with us in transitional moments of our lives. We've been grateful for your companionship on life's journey, and we will continue to offer compassion to one another. We release our covenant with one another. You have worked toward justice with us, supported our exploration of who Unitarian Universalists are called to be in these times. You have invited reflection, resistance, resilience, and courage. We will seek justice and transformation, and will center love as we move forward. Release our covenant with one another. And now, all, please join me in unison with the words shared in the chat and in your order of service. You can find them. They start with the words, "We give thanks for the ministry." We give thanks for the ministry we have shared together. May we be faithful stewards of our congregation, of Unitarian Universalism, and of our own spirits now and through years to come. And I would like to say one other thing on behalf of the congregation, as I've done in the past, from all of us to you, Kristin. I offer a parting gift in gratitude and love. For those that want to see what this gift is, you'll have to come across the hall and join us.
We are so grateful to be in a community where we can share our resources to live out in the world. Our offering each Sunday is a testament to the value of this community and our lived values. We will now receive the offering, if I can get a couple of volunteers. By your voice and facing the center aisle, sing together the offering song printed in your order of service.
You I receive, to you I give, together we share in the peace we live. From you I receive, to you I give, together we share in the peace we live.
Thank you for giving. This offering helps the church. Thank you. So, as I think everyone's well aware, Kristin's ministry with us will end at the end of December. And while this is our final in-person visit together, you're still, of course, invited to schedule pastoral conversations and more until then. Joseph, our music director, says all are welcome to join the choir, especially those with musical training and singing experience. He's looking for a few recruits for the choir. The choir rehearses the second, third, and fourth Sunday of each month before the service from 8:45 to 9:45 a.m. And we would love to have you come to each rehearsal, but if you can only attend the morning of, you're welcome to sing that Sunday. So talk to Joseph or email him to get more information, more details. And a choir Joseph participates in, Salt Lake Choral Artists, will hold holiday performances on December 12th, 13th, and 15th at 7:30 p.m. each night, and that's at St. Ambrose Church in Salt Lake City. The group will perform some traditional holiday favorites at the ticketed program. This month's potluck video gathering is set for this coming Friday at 6 p.m. at the home of Dan and Mary Arno. The Family Man is the featured movie, and the Arnos will serve Dan's famous barbecued Polish sausage served over quinoa. So, sounds good. And the UUCO Book Club meets December 17th at the church library here, and they're reading John Grisham's book, Framed. Codger Coffee is each Friday at 9:30 a.m. at Grounds for Coffee on Harrison Boulevard. And John, Bill and I, there's John, there's Bill, we pulled together the Making Meaning service, which is held the fourth Sunday of each month. And that's where we focus on a question or topic meant to spur spiritual conversation and reflection. And I just wanted to put out there, if people have ideas for things to talk about, feel free to come forward. If you have an idea, something you think would be a good topic for the Making Meaning service, feel free to let me know. More details on all these activities, or most of these activities, are in the emailed UUCO newsletter. And also, I guess, second of the thanks to Kristin. I think everyone here will miss you, but we all appreciate your service and vision and help that you've offered. We'll carry on, but good luck. And now, our closing hymn, I guess please stand. It's number 131 in the black hymnal, Love Will Guide Us.
On the road from
comes to an end, join me in saying the chalice extinguishing in your order of service. We extinguish this chalice, but not the warmth of love, the light of truth, nor the energy of action.
I don't know where the tissues went. Friends, I hate saying goodbye. Thank you. I love you. May the reminder of the moon, your moonstones, may the reminder of the moon guide our interconnected ministries as we go forth. Go in peace.